Hello, traders. FX Pip Collector here. Today is Friday, February 20th, and this is my morning market breakdown of the US dollar pairs, including gold and a couple of the yen pairs. So, as always, we're going to start off with the US dollar index because that basically tells us exactly what we need to be doing on all six of the major dollar pairs. So, for the last week or so, I've been saying that this first move up looks impulsive like an A or maybe a 1. I still think this is either a B or a 2, and I still think there's a good chance we're either in a wave 3. If it is a wave 3, then it'll just keep on making higher highs, higher lows, eventually going up and breaking structure, or possibly it's actually a wave C. If it's a wave C, I still think that it needs to take out the high of wave A. Probably the most likely area for that to go is 100% Fibonacci extension. Probably end up looking something like this and continuing down. Now, I always like to try to keep as many possibilities in mind, and I do agree that looks impulsive down. This move up, especially in these last couple of days, definitely does look a little corrective. It could end up going down again and making like an ABC pullback before it actually goes up. This would be a completely normal looking pattern if this is how it plays out. And luckily, we should be able to tell when this wave from here to here is over. So if it does decide to end up going down like this, we should be able to recognize that on shorter time frames. So going down to about the 4 hour time frame. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky because, like I said, this move up right here could end up being like a wave B, and this could be a wave A, and it could potentially end up going down for a big old giant wave C. Now, if it breaks and holds below structure on the 4 hour time frame, which I think the best structure is probably right here, I think you would preferably like to see it break this structure also. But if it starts breaking structure, then it probably is going to end up being bearish dollar. If it goes down and rejects structure, it's probably just going to keep on going up. Right now, the trend is definitely up. I mean, I do think it looks like it potentially could turn, but until it actually makes the turn, we have to be careful with assuming that it's actually making the turn. So keeping this analysis in mind because that basically tells us what to do on all the dollar pairs themselves. Going to the euro dollar. Now, the euro dollar, same type of thing. I mean, this could be like a wave A, this could be a B, this could go up and do this for a C, and then eventually end up going back down like this. Definitely a possibility. But I still think that it's also very possible that this is like a wave 1, a wave 2, and a wave 3, just like I said on the dollar index. If it is a wave 3, then it will not engulf to the upside, but instead it'll just keep on making lower lows, lower highs, eventually going down and breaking this structure. So let's take it down to the shorter time frames. I personally am definitely still looking for shorts. Yes, it is looking pretty impulsive up this morning, but this is a higher low if you'll notice. That means that the structure is actually still way up here, and that this potentially could be an A, this could be a B, and it could go up to like the 61 or maybe even the 78% for a C, and then just end up turning right back down this afternoon. Now, on the other hand, if this really is a bottom and the dollar really is turning down, then instead of breaking down at a fib level, it will go up and break structure to the upside, which will confirm a much larger turn to the upside. So, if we pay attention to our fib levels, pay attention to the important structure levels, we are going to know that this right here is a bottom by seeing a break and hold above structure. On the other hand, we'll also know if it doesn't do that, if it just goes to a fib level and reflects to the downside, then we'll just continue to look for shorts every single chance we get. Moving on to the pound dollar. Pound dollar is pretty much the same story. I mean, I definitely agree that this all looks like it could be just one big old giant correction, and it might end up pushing back up again. We are sitting at a Fibonacci extension level, definitely could act as support. But for me personally, until it actually at least engulfs to the upside at a Fibonacci level, I am definitely still bearish. We don't really know that it's going to turn up here. I mean, it could go up a little bit today, reject structure and just keep on going down. The trend is definitely down, and the trend is definitely your friend. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, this is pretty much exactly like the euro dollar because technically this is a little bit of a higher low. This could be a wave A, this could be a wave B, we could already be in a wave C. It could literally go to the 61, 78% and just keep on going down. On the other hand, just like the euro dollar, if it goes up and breaks this 100% level, if it goes up and breaks it with momentum, then I will become bullish on every pullback from that point forward. You don't really know that it's a real turn until it actually breaks structure, though. So pay attention to your structure. If it breaks and holds above structure, that's what's going to turn us bullish in a much bigger way. Now moving on to the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar overall is quite a bit stronger. I mean, even this move down does definitely look very corrective. You know, this move down is what, like 6 candles? It only took like 4 candles for it to go all this way, and it took like 6 to 7 candles to only go to the 50%. So it is definitely very corrective looking, and it definitely could end up continuing the uptrend and making new highs if it wants to. For me personally, it needs to engulf to the upside to prove that it really is going up in a big way. Going down to the 1 hour time frame. Now, this is very similar to what happened yesterday, and I actually sorted the Aussie dollar yesterday and made a really good trade about this. Now, what happened yesterday is, yes, it definitely went down, but it went down in 3 waves and then it went up again. That's pretty much exactly what happened here. It went up and then down in 3 waves. That means that this could end up just being another ABC within a downtrend. We could already potentially be in a wave C, and this wave C could make a lower high and go down, or it could potentially go up and make a higher high and then not going down again. The reason why I am still very bearish on this, even though the higher time frame does look very corrective, is because it definitely made 1, 2, 3 waves down. When you see 3 waves down, it'll do lower low, or 3 waves up, it'll do higher high. Oftentimes, that is a wave B, and oftentimes the next move is just a pullback within the trend itself. So definitely be aware that there's a good chance that this might just keep on going down. Moving on to the US dollar CAD, you know, I've been saying for a while now that I still think this is either an A or a 1, I still think this is either a B or a 2, and I still think we're potentially either in a 3, which will keep on making higher highs, higher lows, and go up and break this structure, which I personally still think is the most likely scenario, or possibly it's a wave C. If it's a wave C, I still think that it should take out the high of wave A, probably targeting the 100% Fibonacci extension of wave A, projected out the bottom of wave B, and I think it's going to end up looking something like this if it's a wave C, which means even if it is a wave C, that it probably is going to continue to be bullish for at least for the next few days. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, this all just looks extremely corrective to me. You know, you got impulsive down, break of structure, and then just very corrective. I think it is potentially going to go down. I think it probably is going to take out this low, but I think compared to these lows, it's going to make a higher low, and I think it's going to keep on going up. I think this is potentially a bear trap. I think this is like an A, I think a B, and I think a C, and I think eventually it's going to go up. Now, I wouldn't try to short it, you know, assuming that it needs to go down, take out this low, because you have running patterns also. A running pattern means that it makes a higher low, and just keeps on going up. I personally, because of the higher time frames, I'm still only looking for longs. The US dollar CAD is another pair that I went long on yesterday and rode that up. It was another very good trade. And I do say every single trade I take with the group at the exact time of entry. And yesterday I went long the dollar CAD and short the Aussie dollar, and both very good trades. Moving on to the US dollar Swiss, and this is literally the exact same analysis as the dollar CAD. You know, the first post up is either an A or 1. This is either a corrective wave B or wave 2, and we're potentially either in a wave 3, which will just keep on making higher highs, higher lows, go up and break structure, or we are potentially in a wave 3. Wave C, and if it really is a wave C, then I think the 100% Fibonacci extension above the high of wave A would be the target for this to end if it is a wave C. So either scenario, whether it's a wave 3 or whether it's a wave C, it really doesn't matter that much right now, because either way, we're still looking for longs and sort of time frames. This is very similar to the dollar CAD in my opinion. I think it made 1, 2, 3 waves down for 3 waves down, 1, 2, 3 waves up for 3 waves up. I think this is either going to go down, take out all these lows in 5 waves and then turn back up, or it could potentially be a running pattern, meaning that it makes a higher low and then goes back up. Either way, I am definitely still very bullish on this pair. I'm definitely still only looking for longs in an uptrend on pullbacks. And moving on to gold. Gold is definitely slowly drifting up. You know, it's been at least a week or more that I've been saying that it's at least going to go up to the 61%. It could even go up to the 78% and beyond. I still think it potentially could go up to one of these two fib levels and then turn down like this. And this would be an A, a B, and a C correction. Or if this really is the top of a wave 3 on the weekly and the monthly, it might not even be an ABC. It could be a 1, 2, 3, and it could just start a big push to the downside. But we do have to be careful with being bearish on gold, because gold is definitely still in an uptrend on the weekly, the monthly, and the daily. They are definitely still all in uptrends, and gold could make new all-time highs if it wants to. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, I mean, right now I would be only looking for long, so I would be looking to go long on all these little pullbacks right here. And unfortunately, the strategy right now, in my opinion, is to already be long, waiting for an exit, or the strategy is to be patiently waiting for more pullbacks in order to go long again for the continuation of this uptrend. I still think that the next big area of resistance is the 61.8, which is right around $5,145. I'm pretty confident that it's going to keep on going up there. That doesn't mean that it potentially might not go down before it goes up. But even if it does go down, I still think that your main focus should be looking for logs at the end of all these little pullbacks. Anyways, moving on to the US dollar yen. All the yen pairs definitely did turn up pretty strong. Like I was saying yesterday, now the question is this move up a pullback to this move down? Meaning that it's going to go to a Fibonacci retracement level and then just continue the downtrend? Or is this actually going to go up and make new highs? We do not know, and we don't really have to know because we are looking for longs until we either get a break to the downside at a fib level or we're looking for longs until it just keeps on going up. Either way, we're going to continue to look for longs. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, every day I've been coming on here saying that we should be looking for longs. So if you've been listening, then you've probably been having some pretty dang good trades. We are sitting at the 61%, so this could act as resistance, and it definitely could start a pullback. In my opinion, I definitely wouldn't be trying to go short, and I also wouldn't be trying to go long right now. So, in my opinion, the only strategy right now is to either be patiently waiting for a pullback in order to go long, or the strategy is to already be long from yesterday or one of these smaller pullbacks in the Asian session, waiting for an exit. So, this is a line that my old mentor used to tell us all the time is the strategy right now is to either be patiently waiting for a new entry, or the strategy right now is to already be in a trade waiting for an exit. Moving on to the euro yen, same thing. Are we in a pullback right now to this move down? And it's going to go to a Fibonacci retracement level and then continue the downtrend? Or is this a complete reversal and it's just going to keep on going up? I don't really care what it is because either scenario, I'll recognize it when this move up is over. And if it just keeps on going, I will just keep on looking for longs. If it breaks to the downside at a fib level, I'll just simply stop looking for longs and start looking for shorts again. On the 1 hour time frame, it really does kind of make you think that it potentially could go down, just because this shape right here looks like a potential like wave B. So there is a chance that it pushes down. But even if it pushes down, it's probably just a pullback within an uptrend. So definitely keep an eye. I mean, I have my Fibonacci retracement from here to here. Because of the daily time frame, even though it looks like it potentially could go down on the 1 hour, because of the daily, I actually think that there's probably a better chance it's going to keep on going up, which is why, potentially my strategy would be the same on this one. You're either patiently waiting for a pullback to go long, or you're already in a long and you're waiting for an exit. I personally think the only thing we need to be doing right now is looking for longs based on the daily time frame until we get a break to the downside at a Fibonacci level, or it just keeps on making higher highs, higher lows on the daily. And moving on to the pound yen. The pound yen was the only yen pair that still has not broken to the upside, but it really does look like it wants to break up, doesn't it? Does it need to break up? Absolutely not. It could keep on going down without breaking up. This is where a lot of people get in trouble, in my opinion, because you see something like this, and then you go to the sort of time frames, assuming that it's going to go up because it looks like it's going to go up. And then oftentimes what happens is you're on sort of time frames looking for logs, and then it just keeps on going down. And you end up losing on your logs, and you end up missing on your shorts. Technically, right now, the trend is down on the weekly, the trend is down on the daily, the market flow is still down because we still do not have an engulfing move to the upside at a fib level. So that tells me that I still would be looking for shorts, and it still could possibly go down. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, I mean, my gut doubt tells me that it probably is going to break out, and it probably is going to keep on going up because a lot of the other yen pairs also are going up. But, just because that's what you think doesn't mean that's what's going to happen. If it either goes up and tests this high and then turns down, I would go short. If it makes a little bit of a lower high and turns down, I would go short. If it breaks and holds above all these with momentum and then makes a pullback, that's where I would potentially start going long for the potential continuation of this uptrend. This is what I mean about allowing the market to tell you what to do. Right now, the market is telling you to look for shorts based on the daily. But if the market tells you to look for logs by breaking to the upside and then making a pullback, then definitely start looking for logs in an uptrend. So anyways, don't forget to check out my website, fxpipcollector.com, if you want to follow along with all my trades and be part of a great trading community on Discord. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading to everyone.